Hey fam, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? Come on in, come on in. Now today, I got a special clip for you, more like an exclusive, kinda. So I found this clip from a podcast called All the Smoke. The host is our former NBA basketball players. I believe one of them, the light-skinned brother, is Matt Barnes. Correct me if I'm wrong. He used to play for the LA Lakers. And the other brother on the podcast show, his name's Steven something. Steven something. I have to go back and Google it. I'm sorry. I can't keep... Steven Jackson. So, anywho, they interviewed Snoop Dogg. I'm pretty sure y'all know who Snoop Dogg is. Rapper, actor, hip-hop mogul, blah, blah, blah. Owner of Death Row Records. Anywho, Snoop Dogg was talking about why he doesn't like to die in movies. And when I listened to it, I was just like, wow, this is actually kind of powerful. He has a point. And he doesn't sound high for once. Take a look.
When I got to a certain point of doing movies, I pulled back from Hollywood because they always wanted to kill a nigga. Mm-hmm. They wanted me to die in the movie. The last movie I died in, me and John Singleton had an understanding. It was like, look, I really don't want to die in no more movies, because I just don't like the spirit of that shit. I like to live. He was like, nigga, the way you gonna die in this movie, nigga, you gonna live forever. And what was I to do? Nigga Rodney from Baby Boy, the nigga lives forever.
Yeah.
But the people that I had the great experience of working with, one of them was Fred Williamson. That's the Hammer. Played in Super Bowl I. He was in Starsky and Hush too. He was the lieutenant.
Yeah.
I was like, Fred, I really want to start doing this acting thing heavy. What should I do, or what should I request or whatnot? Because I just want to be good at what I do. He said, look here, young man. When I started making movies, it was 3 things that had to happen, or I wouldn't fuck with the movie. Got to win all my fights. That's number 1. Got to fuck all the pretty girls. And I got to live. All 3 of them things got to happen in a movie for me to be in. And I looked at every movie this nigga was in, and it's the same shit.
Yeah.
That nigga beating up niggas from the beginning, fucking a bad bitch in the middle, and that nigga lives at the end. And now in that time and era, but just listen to me. In that time and era,
in real life,
nigga would get beat up. We gonna take your bitch, and you're dead by the end of the movie.
Yeah. You get.
These are 3 things that's happening to you, black actors.
Yeah.
Get that part in your head.
You gonna die.
So somebody had to create a stigma of, hold on, we wanna see some superheroes that look like us.
Yeah.
That's where the Superfly and the Shafts and the Black Dynamites and the Dolomites, that's where they come from. Because it had to be somebody that set the trend on, you're not gonna do me like that.
All right, Brother Snoop hit on a lot of very important points. Let's talk about it. So first off, I'm going to start off with this. When he mentioned at the very beginning how John Singleton, R.I.P. John Singleton, he was a very famous director, producer, and writer from very classic hood movies. I'm talking Boys in the Hood, Baby Boy, the one with Snoop that he was talking about, all types of movie, and I believe Poetic Justice, the one with Janet Jackson and Tupac. Very, very strong, heavy hitter movies. One of my favorite movies, by the way, by John Singleton is Higher Learning with Ice Cube and Busta Rhymes. Very, very good movie. If you have not seen it, I highly suggest it. You can catch it on Amazon Prime. Tubi, I believe, has it, and so forth. But that movie came out in the 90s, like 95 or whatever. But anywho, the reason why I wanted to talk about what John Singleton said is because he knew as a producer and a writer that if he did a very significant character like the one Snoop Dogg played, I believe Snoop Dogg's character's name was Ronnie. He was a bad guy in Baby Boy. He was the ex-boyfriend of Yvette and so forth. Anywho, when he said to Snoop that the minute he was going to die and he was going to live on forever, he was not joking. Like, that is like one of the most iconic scenes from a hood movie that I've ever saw. And everyone still talks about it to this day. Baby Boy came out in the late 2000s. I want to say like came out in 2000, maybe 2001. And I noticed if you look back at certain movies that Snoop Dogg did, he's either the hero or the bad guy. In majority of the movies that he's done, he has died. I'll give you another prime example. Bones. Y'all remember that movie called Bones? It's like a horror movie. Another iconic hood classic. He was co-starring with, his co-star was with, what's her name? Pam Grier. Very famous, phenomenal black actress from the 70s. And I believe towards the end, he ended up dying in that movie. But he was the pimp. He was like Superfly. He was the hero in the beginning. When they killed off his character, he became like a ghost, like throughout the movie, and he turned into like a wolf or whatever. Kind of like what's that movie with Eddie Murphy and Angela Bassett? Vampire in Brooklyn. It's similar, but a little bit more horror, kind of, and with a little bit more comedy. But he's right. It's like the stigma of Black Hollywood, even to this day, they never really looked at Black people as superheroes, you know, back in the 70s and so forth. But then after people like Fred Williamson that he mentioned, who is still living to this day, I don't really hear about him on TV anymore, but he's very old. Fred Williamson, aka The Hammer, was a former NFL player / actor, and very, very iconic 70s actor. Played in tons of blaxploitation movies. And even when he mentioned what Fred Williamson said about the 3 things he required, I was just like, wow, that's powerful. For somebody to say, I'm not going to do this movie unless you give me these 3 things. And it just shows to show you that even in Hollywood, you know, they try to do people dirty. They always want to try to put Black folks down, make them seem like they're not good enough to live throughout the movie. And they're like the first ones to die for some odd reason. If you notice that the movies today, when you think about it, none of them, and I mean none of them, have a lot of superheroes besides Black Panther, if you want to count that one movie, and Wakanda Forever. A lot of them are just like that random black guy on the side, and then he ends up dying. And then if he ends up living, it's only because somebody saved that person. Like, if you look at all the movies from way back when, including like the 90s and the 2000s, none of them lived. And I felt him on that because, like, we do need more superheroes in a lot of these movies. I mean, they're trying, but majority of the superhero movies that I see today, it's very slim to none that I see a whole bunch of Black superhero movies. Unless you want to look at Catwoman with Halle Berry, I guess you can call that a superhero movie. And that movie came out in the 2000s as well. That was a really old movie. They made so many remakes of that movie. The very first Catwoman movie, fun fact, was Eartha Kitt. God rest her soul. Eartha Kitt was a very famous Black actress in the 70s. She was in the Batman television series back in the 60s. She did a lot. She was a dancer, a writer, all types of stuff. And besides Eartha Kitt and all the other, you know, famous Black actors from way back when, I can't think of not one Black actor who actually lives in a superhero movie. I can't. Because look what they did with, what's his name? What is his name? God, I can't even think right now off the top of my head. But they did so many of those Black Hollywood actors wrong. I don't care what anyone says. It doesn't matter how much money they have, how much status they have. Someone's going to go down. But they're going to make sure that the white actors live. They're going to make sure that the white actors hold the whole entire movie from start to finish. Because, in my opinion, I feel like Hollywood is racist. I don't care what nobody says. There's a huge racial divide when it comes to movies and television shows. If you look and you think back, like in the late 90s, early 2000s, we had a lot of black shows. We had The Parkers, we had 101, Sister Sister, Smart Guy, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Family Matters, and the list goes on. Now, in 2025, we ain't got no real black family-friendly shows no more. If you think about it, the last time I checked, the ones that are existent, majority of them are on other social media platforms that you don't see on everyday daytime television. Clear example, BET Plus. BET Plus has a lot of great shows, but majority of them are Tyler Perry shows, because Tyler Perry basically damn near owns BET Plus. Other than Tyler Perry shows, there are no real black shows on daytime television anymore. If you think about it, ever since like the 90s, 2000s era, I can't think of one black daytime television show that's on TV right now, besides the Miss Pat show, if you want to count that. But again, that's BET. If you don't have cable, you can't see it. In this clear example. I remember back then as a kid, when I used to watch TV, my shows was all on like UPN network, and UPN is non-existent now, of course, but that was the black network. You had every show on there. Steve Harvey show. You had Moesha. You had The Parkers again. Every black show you can legit think of back in that day was on UPN network. And if it wasn't on UPN network, it was on the WB or the Warner Brothers network. And that's gone too. Now they turned that into the CW. The only other black show I can think of with a superhero in it, I believe it's on the CW, is Black Lightning. But even Black Lightning, I mean, they had people die off in that show too. However, it had a good storyline. It lasted a long time. I think it lasted for about a good 3 or 4 seasons. And you can catch it on Netflix. It's on Netflix. But other than that, I can't think of any other black show on daytime television today, or evening television, whatever you want to call it. I can't think of anything. Every show that I can think of, literally, is a white show or it's a mixed show. It's like all the characters are all white except for like 2 people that are probably sprinkles of black actors. Or you have now these Latin shows that are popping up, but majority of them are on Netflix. They're not even on daytime television. I'm going to tell you, even daytime television is racist. They have all the soap operas in the world that nobody really cares to watch unless you just love soap operas. Young and the Restless, that's been there for years, ain't never going away. Then they got, I don't know, Bold and Beautiful. And then all these other shows I don't even watch. Half of them I still don't know. I didn't even know until I scrolled on Instagram the other day that Tashina Arnold, the chick that played Pam from Martin, she's on a new show, a sitcom called Neighbors. I didn't even know she had a new sitcom. But majority of the cast, again, is white. She's like the only black cast member in that damn show. And I'm just like, whatever happened to all the cast members being all black? Bring that back in this society. We are tired of being sprinkles in somebody else's white show. We are tired of being the ones in the back. We are sick of it, you know? And it ticks me off because I'm just like, damn, y'all have all this money in Hollywood and y'all can't even bring UPN back. Y'all can't bring the WB back. Like, bring back some common sense. Bring back the black family status. You know what I'm saying? Like the black family shows kept us together. I don't care what nobody says. I loved Family Matters growing up. I loved watching Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Now, the bullshit I see, I'm just like, what are we watching? Even movies. I'm going to tell you, I haven't set foot in a movie theater since I left Texas. Since I've been here in Virginia, I haven't been in a movie theater. Why? Because for what? Everything is digital. You can literally rent a movie from the comfort of your home or on your phone or your tablet. And you can go to apps like Fandango. You can go to apps like Amazon Prime. Like all the stuff that's going straight to theater, it's on an app. You don't need to go to a movie theater no more. Unless you're going on a date or something. Okay, fine. Go to a movie theater. But there's so much crap that's happening these days. I'm just like, I'd rather be at home. I'd rather be safe than sorry and be in the comfort of my own home where it's peaceful and it's actually quiet and I can actually enjoy the movie because I live alone. But when I did go to the movie theaters, when I used to go in Texas, I used to go to Alamo Draft House and I would watch movies from time to time. But the only reason I went to the movie theater there is because Alamo Draft House wasn't your average movie theater. They actually served alcohol there. And they had really good movie food. It wasn't just popcorn and candy. You had burgers, you had nachos, you had sub sandwiches. You had a variety of, options on the menu. But here, I have no desire to go. They don't have anything similar here to that. I checked. If they had an Alamo Draft House here, I would be the first person in there. But they don't have that in Virginia, apparently. Honestly, they just have Cinemark. And don't nobody like Cinemark. Cinemark is like the EBT of movie theaters. It's ghetto, it's loud, it's noisy. You go and hear babies, kids fighting and arguing inside. You're going to hear somebody's actual baby screaming when they should be in the bed at nighttime. You're going to hear all types of stuff in Cinemark. Alamo, I'm going to tell you, Alamo Draft House is one of those theaters where they give you a warning before the movie actually starts. And they tell you to silence your phones. And they tell you if you disturb other guests while the movie is playing, you will be warned. They'll give you a warning first. And if they come back and they have to tell you to be quiet again, they can kick you out. They can actually eject you from the movie theater. That's why I loved Alamo Draft House so much, because I knew people had no choice but to silence their phone and be quiet. Because all you had to do was press the button underneath your table where you're sitting and tell the movie staff, hey, I'm being, disturbed. I can't enjoy the movie. They're being loud or whatever. That's all you had to do. But yeah, now it's not the same. When you look at a lot of these, like I said, you look at a lot of these movies now, it's not the same. I think the very last movie that I would probably say that I saw personally before I left Texas in an actual theater was, God, it's so hard to think. I'm trying to think, what was the last movie I saw? And it was right before the holidays. I'm trying to think. I went to go see a movie. I just can't think what it was. I believe it was like an action movie or something, or a drama. I never saw the Sinners movie. You know what it was? Color Purple. I saw the Color Purple movie before I came and moved out here. Outside of the Color Purple movie, I think that was the very last one that I saw. And it was okay. The remake with Fantasia and what's her name? God, my mind blew my mind blew a blank. I can't even think. It's Fantasia as Celie. Sugar Avery is I can't even think of her name right now. Taraji P. Henson. Whew, that took a lot to think about. And the rest of the characters, I cannot remember. I believe Nettie was played by Sierra towards the end. She played the adult version of Nettie. I don't remember who played young Nettie, but yeah, I mean, it was okay. Mr. was played by Dion Cole, the comedian. He did a good job. Um, it was more Broadway musical-ish. It wasn't more like, oh, I can sit down and I can enjoy the movie because there's a real storyline to it, blase, blase. No, there was a lot of singing and there was a lot of dancing. And if you don't like Broadway musical type of movies, that's probably not the movie for you. A lot of people hated it. I liked it. I thought it was cool. They could have cut down on the singing though. But outside of that, I mean, it was alright. But yeah, I have not been inside of a movie theater since I've been out here. I have no desire to go. There's just too much crap happening, and I'd rather just sit in the comfort of my home, unless I find something close to Alamo Drafthouse. Again, I'm not going to go to a movie theater. I refuse to go to Cinemark. I refuse. Any type of Regal cinema, I refuse, because I know they don't have the same standards as Alamo Drafthouse. They will not eject you over noise. Like, they're going to keep you there. They don't care. But anywho, that's pretty much it. That's all I wanted to talk about. I wanted to know what you guys thought about the Snoop Dogg video. And how do you guys feel about the current climate of the television shows and the movies that we see now? Because now I have no real interest. It's just like, what's the point? All the good shit was like back in the 90s and the 2000s. The stuff I see now is like womp womp. It's small stuff. I can't think of any movie right now outside of Sinners that I'm dying to go see. Like, I can't. Every movie that I can think of is a white movie. I haven't heard of a black movie since Sinners, honestly. I don't know what else is out there. And plus, I don't keep up. I don't pay attention to what's coming out into theaters anymore. I used to, but now I don't. My life is busy. I'm working. I'm doing homework, blah, blah, blah. You know, I'm trying to create content, you know, trying to keep up with my YouTube and stuff. But yeah, it's hard. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. I'm sorry, I'm just rambling at this point. Just getting off track. And I'll holler at y'all on the next one. Peace.